Hi, Alma. I've been missing you. I know you have completed several of these assignments in previous classes because this is the third class you've taken with me. So if you can hurry up and submit your work so I can submit your grades, that would be really great. Speaking of having completed several other assignments, let's look at Deliverable 4. I'm not going to go through the whole presentation that I have with you in the past because you have access to all those links. So what I'm going to continue doing is focusing on where you had the greatest problems in your deliverables. So today we're going to look at deliverable 4. And this is the grading rubric I submitted to you. You can tell you were doing really good in reviewing the information. For example, look at criteria 1, 2, and 3. So there's no problem there. So the majority of your paper is already written. But let's move on down and try harder to earn 100% on deliverable 4. And the problem is the same problem you had in deliverables 1 through 3. You're having problems with your APA formatting. So I'm going to look at the examples that you submitted with your last deliverable 4. In the beginning, I gave you some resources you might use. And this image, I gave you a copy of it. Now let's look at that image before we go on. This is for an online journal. You see the author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial, period. And this article had 2 authors. So that means we have to include the and symbol. Then we go to the second author, starting with the last name, comma, first initial. There's obviously no middle initial for this author, and a period. Then the year it was written, followed by a period. The title of the article. Now, it's not italicized. Most of it is lowercase. In this case, there's only one word that was uppercase, and that's the A. So for every word or title that starts with a word, that first word gets capitalized. Then you look for pronouns. If you don't find any proper pronouns, leave everything lowercase. Another thing this one doesn't have is a colon. Sometimes you've got the first part of the title followed by a colon, and then the rest of the article. Anytime you see a colon in a journal title, remember the first word after the colon is also uppercase. Then we move down to the journal title. Now, the thing that's different about this journal title compared to the article title, the journal title, almost every word starts with a capital letter, except for simple words such as of. You can see that that's lowercase. But if you look at the rest of it, each word starts with a capital letter. Then we go to, this is only the volume number. Remember, not in all cases will we have an issue number, but we will always have a volume number. And the volume number should be italicized, just like the title of the journal article. That's also italicized, but the title of the article is not. So only the journal title gets italicized, the volume number gets italicized, and then we have our page numbers. Kind of watch what's going on in between these items. You've got a comma, and at the very end, a period. And let's go down some more. Now, these are the ones you submitted. Okay, so let's take this apart and figure out how we can make it better. And you know what this is? This is a citation, isn't it? That's a citation. So that means your citation was put in front of a journal article. So we don't need that. We'll get rid of that. Okay. Now we're down to the article. Let's move forward. You've got everything. Look at that. You're doing a great job. Yeah. And how about this one? Okay. And that. Perfect, right? Uh-oh. We stumbled right here. See that? What did we say about the journal title? Well, first of all, it should be italicized. So let's go up and italicize it. That's underscore. There it is. Italicized. Then what? Then it, oh, here's another thing. See right there? This one has a volume number, and the second number you see is issue number. So this volume number is also italicized, followed by your page numbers and your DOI. So almost everything now is set up correct. The only thing we need is what? That's right, a hanging indent. So we're just going to select the whole source, go up here to the drop down arrow by paragraph. Click on that, and there's special. Use your downward list arrow and select hanging. You can see what's getting ready to happen. Only the first line is a line left. All the other lines are indented. So let's look at what we've got. Right now, everything's a line left, but it needs to be set to hanging. And once you've got it there, voila, perfect. So that's what you'd have to do for that reference. And then you gave me another reference. Let's look at this one. How are we doing? You went through all the added effort of getting all the authors in there. And year. Here's your title. Perfect, 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 right? But you made the same mistake here. Look at the journal article. Name of the journal is always italicized. This one also has a volume number, which is 27. Make sure you always italicize the volume number. One is perfect. See, so much of your work is good. Just a few more clicks and you can be perfect and you can earn an A on this assignment. Okay, now, what do we want to do down here? Well, we could highlight everything and we could come right here and change this to hanging, right? But this time, we don't really need to do that. And why? Because the first source has already been set right. Let's come out of here. All I need is take my format painter, which is this little yellow paintbrush, click on it one time, and bring it down. And now it's hanging. Okay, now I've got to check one more thing out. I see a Z, I see an A. When we're entering our references, they need to be entered in alphabetical order. So I'm going to select these and go up here. See that A to Z? In ascending order. Say okay. Voila. Perfect. Okay. So that's all you have to do for your references. Now, let's go down. Review how to use citations in the body of the paper. Okay. So for every reference you have, you must have at least one citation. You can always have more than one citation for the same reference, but you have to have at least one citation every reference. Now, while we're still talking about citations, let's scroll down here for a minute. There's several different ways to enter citations. It all depends on how many authors you have. and where you're placing your citation. So we have one author, shows you how to do it. And this is what's happening. This is the format it should take if it's at the beginning of a sentence. So if you start typing your sentence here, okay, this starts at the beginning of the sentence, followed by the rest of the sentence. This one, what's happening here is, I'm going to grab a copy of this. What's happening over here is that you're going to put your citation at the end of your sentence. When that happens, here's your sentence and there's your citation. Now, here's something that confuses people. If you put a citation at the end of the sentence, what you need to do is place your period after your citation. Never before it, always after. And I know that when we were looking back up at your source, you had a site that was referenced by or created by many authors. So it's always worthwhile your while to come down here and see how we would format two authors, three or more. Look at this. What's happening here? It's got that et al. You see that? And there's a period after the L in et al. Now, let's go back up to your references. How many authors you have here, right? So in this case, you would only use the and then the et al. So if I come down back by my citations, this is the kind of format I'd be using. And you put the et al. Over here if you have your text following your citation, right? Group author. I didn't see anything like that in your paper, but that's another example. Use some examples. I'll be sure to share this with you in just a few minutes. Now, what else were we having problems with? Oh, your hanging indents. Okay, there's more than one way to create a hanging indent. I showed you the way I like, right? Just if I want to have it, I just come up here, go to the list arrow by paragraph on your special, send it to hanging, and then okay. You also saw me that once I have my first one, I can get my format painter and click on my last one. If you double click your format painter, you can use it multiple times. If you only want it one more time, just click it one time and bring it down here. Please make sure all references are sorted in ascending order. Just as a quick review, we went up here, right here. See it? We're on the Home tab. We've got the A to Z. All we did was to sort them in alphabetical order. Because originally the Z was above this one. After we got everything in place, we just selected them right here, and then we can sort them in alphabetical order. Basically, that's all you have to improve on. If I go back to my assignment and look at your grading rubrics, look at that. You scored high on the others. You just stumbled a little bit right here. So please fix your citations. If you have any questions, let me know. And also, I even provided you with this resource, which I thought was kind of nice. So let's take just a minute. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go up on my. Give me just a second. I'll show you this. I'm going to get into the site right now. Now, I'm going to bring you up and show you the source, why I like it. Look what it does. It includes a layout. You don't even have to read a bunch of stuff. Just follow the pictures, right? That's about it. There's another one. Another one. Not looking for a book. Look at all these different sources. Articles. Articles. There's more examples. Scroll down to see more. This is why I like it. It shows me what things should like. Like I like looking at a picture. A picture says 1,000 words. This is why I encourage you to come over to this. I hope this review helped. Oh, here's another one that you might want to look at. See that 8 days? Yeah. Brings you in and shows you some examples. Right? Now, there's one other site I really want to plug for you. Rasmussen University. I think it was not the greatest university online library. And then one other thing I'm going to put in is the, okay, now let's see what we can go and look for. There it is. Grab it. Our home base. We have plenty of things we can look at. Click on it and you see plenty of images. Cite it. Your references. You put your mouse over here. You've got a drop-down menu. Allows you to take the different areas. Additional resources. Goes across. I hope all this helps you. So either come to Rasmussen University on library or come back and get that guys. Then there it is. Either go to the Rasmussen University online library or come here or ask me. You have so many avenues of help. I really want you to succeed in our class. I'm going to get this video out to you. Please submit some papers so I can start posting your grades for you. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.